minute delay. All members of council are present. We're just waiting 1 second for our administrator to come back in, and we'll be ready to begin our county council meeting.
All right.
At this time, we will have our public hearings. 1A.
Yes, sir. Notice is hereby given that on Tuesday, April 8th, 2025, a hearing as required by Section 147F of the Internal Revenue Code of 1986 will be held by County Council of Charleston County with respect to the healthcare facilities proposed to be financed or refinanced by the National Finance Authority, a component unit of the Business Finance Authority of the state of New Hampshire, with the proceeds of the issuance of the bond of the tax-exempt bonds by the authority.
Are there a person signed up for the public hearing? All right, thank you so much. Public comments?
We do. We have 6 people signed up. The first person is Carol Linville, and then Adam Friend.
Look at Miss Carol.
I want to thank you for the opportunity to be here. I'm just here to speak briefly. For me, that's a challenge on behalf of Pet Helpers, 47 years. Here to just ask you tonight, as you consider and work together with the Animal Society and Pet Helpers on the agreement and contracts to work to continue saving the animals of Charleston County, that we are all on the same playing field, level field for services. I can't say enough about what we offer and give to the community. Our veterinary care is exemplary. We have a full-time licensed veterinarian of 10 years, our medical director, Dr. Jones, and we've hired a second veterinarian who will be starting in June. Our clinic was state-of-the-art when built. Just so you know, I want to clarify how we give our services, and just to give you a sense that up to the first 3 months of 2025, we've spent over $52,000 on extra emergency medical for our animals. Every animal that comes in, we commit to 100%. We're open 7 days a week. We're open on holidays, essentially, not officially to the public, but that's 7 holidays, Christmas, Thanksgiving level. But if someone's at our door, we answer it no matter what. I go to bed with my phone next to me on the pillow. Melissa does too. We are here for Charleston County. We've been here since COVID. We've taken in animals. Anything you need from us, we've been there. I just ask you to please consider and keep us all level, because we all offer the same service and the same commitment to every animal in this community. And I think that'll probably be my briefest comment. I could go on, but I'm going to check out with 20 seconds left. I was early getting here, and now I'm 20 seconds out, so lucky you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Adam Friend, Melissa Susko.
She's deferring to me.
County Council, hello. Adam Friend, 448 Woodland Shores Road, Charleston, South Carolina. I come to you today as a citizen to express my frustration and what I witnessed last Thursday at this Finance Committee meeting that was held. I would like to say publicly, as a person, apologize to the chairman for, as a human, you did not deserve to be treated that way. You have the full respect of the citizens to ask any questions that you ever want to anybody, let alone your administrator, top administrator level. What I witnessed was arrogance, unprofessionalism, disrespect, disregard for you guys on county council. And as I understand it, you guys are the governing board that's supposed to do all of the HR that goes around, I believe, the hires and anything that pertains to the executives and administrators. I could not believe that you guys would allow what happened to go on. Somebody should have intervened and said, this is unprofessional. This is no way to treat one of your fellow board members. Getting to that, I've all sent you guys emails that shows and illustrates that that meeting was two, what I would call blatant lies given to you and the public. You basically were asked, has anybody ever known of Christy Hall talking on behalf of the county directly to SCDOT? And that was very emphatically denied and said that's never happened. During a FOIA request, I requested a bunch of things, and one of which was an email from her where she clearly states that she did communicate with two members, high official members of the South Carolina Department of Transportation, which is a violation of her ethics 365-day rule known as 813-755. An ethics violation. You guys all should know that you guys should expected to be treating the public with transparency at all times. And I feel like that is not happening here.
Thank you so much.
Katie Zimmerman, Anna Kippelblatt.
Hi, I'm Katie Zimmerman, Executive Director of Charleston Moves, and I'm here tonight just to thank you all for your support of the multi-use path on the Limehouse Bridge, adding that to the Main Road Segment A project. I'm really appreciative that the staff and council and everybody working on this was able to come together and develop a cost-effective and good compromise to make sure that we're getting safe access for vulnerable road users. And as you all know, this is a pretty big gap that you'll be filling in the bike ped network. So when this multi-use path goes in, as long as you all approve it again tonight, it will connect not only to Johns Island, but it's also going to connect to the Stono River County Park, the Bees Ferry Path, the Larry Shirley Path, the Glen McConnell Path, the West Ashley Greenway, and ultimately the Maryville Bikeway and the new Ashley River Bridge. That's a big gap you're filling, even though it's not that long, but it's a major component of the overall network that is so necessary to get folks out of their cars and also provide space for folks to be safe if they don't have a car. So I just want to, again, thank you so much. You received the petition that we had in support. You saw more than 700 folks signed in support, and we left the petition open over the past few days still, and we got 18 more signatures, predominantly from Johns Island. So it's a really popular project, and I just really appreciate y'all. So thank you.
Thank you very much.
Anna Kippelblatt, Mallory Bowling.
Good evening, and thank you for the opportunity to address the council. My name is Anna Kimmelblatt, and I serve as the Communities and Transportation Program Director for the Coastal Conservation League. The League greatly appreciates the county's effort to incorporate a cost-effective, shared-use path into the designs for the Main Road Segment A project. A multimodal solution on the Limehouse Bridge across the Stono River will contribute to greater connectivity between Johns Island and West Ashley and will promote public safety for citizens who choose alternative modes of transportation in this area. The safety of our friends and neighbors who choose alternative modes of transportation and the inclusion of bike ped infrastructure on Johns Island must be prioritized, and the citizens of Johns Island deserve safe routes to walk and bike. This connection will also allow the residents of Johns Island to safely access public parks, libraries, schools, employment centers, and more. Furthermore, this will directly contribute to the county's goals and objectives of the Climate Action Plan, specifically the Sustainable and Inclusive Transportation Initiative. We applaud the county for pursuing this option and commend your commitment to the citizens of Johns Island and West Ashley. This investment will provide multiple community benefits for generations to come, and we hope you vote in favor of this project. Thank you for your time, dedication, and service to Charleston County.
Mallory Bowling.
Hello, I'm Mallory Bowling, resident of Mount Pleasant. I wanted to express my concern and question over the fee in lieu of taxation agreement for Elbit Systems, an Israeli defense contractor that was granted $300 million in tax waivers in exchange for bringing in a howitzer production site that would employ 307 people. As of a year and a half ago, it employed less than 100. And I question why we are spending almost $1 million per job when the county has cut $30+ million from the education fund to bring in this business. We could be providing desks, books, food for thousands of children and investing in education. They have not been able to fill those jobs, and I wonder if part of the problem is we don't have enough educated workers. Weapons manufacture has been increasingly automated. We need more skilled workers. If we don't invest in those workers, if we don't have enough skilled workers that we can't retain them, keep them in the state, we're not going to be able to fill those positions. And I'm asking if the council thinks it's more important to come with their hat in their hand and give breaks to these companies instead of saying, we need to invest in our students. so that they'll be educated enough and corporations say, they have the educated workforce, they have growing economy, we can move here. Because as it stands right now, I know many people of my age and younger who struggle to see an economic future here. And when we don't invest in education and infrastructure, instead say, we're going to give tons of tax breaks to giant companies, then it's hard calculus for them to make to say, I want to stay here and work. Elbit Systems makes $6.8 billion in revenue, yet the county and the state made backroom, behind closed doors agreements to say, okay, we'll waive all these taxes if you come here to provide only 307 jobs. Thank you.
That's it.
Thank you very much. At this time, we will notice the Freedom of Information Act.
In compliance with the Freedom of Information Act, notice of meeting was posted and agendas were distributed to news media and persons requesting notification.
Tonight, we will have the Pledge of Allegiance, the prayer by our chaplain, Roy Gould of the Coastal Crisis Chaplaincy, and then the Pledge of Allegiance by Doug Worster, founding chair of Emerging Leaders Program and the current coach.
Would you join me in prayer? Almighty God, I pray for the council meeting tonight. Give each council member the wisdom, the guidance, as they deliberate on the item that is before them. May every decision be righteous in your sight, for our benefit and for your glory. In your name we pray. Amen.
Amen. Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, the minutes of the March 25th
So move
meeting.
for approval.
It has been properly moved and seconded. All those in favor, let it be known by saying aye. Aye. Opposers, nay. The ayes have it. Thank you very much. Recognitions, item 3A.
Approval A, B, and C. Second.
All right, properly moved and seconded, 3A, B, and C. All those in favor, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposers, nay. The ayes have it. At this time, we have a recognition for the Consolidated Emergency Communications Center accreditation.
Yes, sir. Mr. Lake is coming.
Mr. Lake, thank you.
Telecommunication we get.
Mr. Chairman, if you're okay with it, we'll do the proclamation and the.
Sure.
Yes.
Sure.
Yes, sir, please.
A resolution of Charleston County Council honoring our public safety telecommunicators and recognizing April 13th through 19th, 2025 as Public Safety Telecommunicator Week. Whereas 911 is nationally recognized as the emergency number for immediate assistance from law enforcement, fire, EMS, and other critical response agencies. And whereas our public safety telecommunicators are the vital first responders who answer 911 calls, gather essential information, offer life-saving guidance, and provide comfort to callers in their moments of crisis. And whereas our public safety telecommunicators serve as a crucial link for 37 law enforcement, fire, rescue, emergency medical service, and emergency management agencies. And whereas we acknowledge that the role of answering 911 calls and coordinating emergency response is among the most challenging of public service positions, requiring immense dedication, continuous training, and a high level of professional expertise. And whereas the expertise of our public safety telecommunicators is continually evolving as our 911 center adopts next generation operations and technology, including precise location tracking, crowdsourced real-time data, enhanced geographic information systems, and the integration of artificial intelligence tools to improve response times and situational awareness. And whereas thanks to the unwavering commitment of our public safety telecommunicators, our center has earned re-accreditation from the Commission on Accreditation for Law Enforcement Agencies and the International Academies of Emergency Dispatch. And whereas the Charleston County Council takes pride in the dedication and professionalism displayed by our public safety telecommunicators and in the ongoing public education efforts that highlight the importance and proper use of 911 services. And whereas Charleston County acknowledges the vital role of our public safety telecommunicators as first responders who, under pressure, make critical life and death decisions to aid those in need and support our emergency responders. Now therefore be it resolved that Charleston County Council honors our public safety telecommunicators and recognizes April 13th through 19th as Public Safety Telecommunicator Week in Charleston County. Charleston County Council, Reverend Dr. Kylon Jerome Middleton, Chairman, April 8th, 2025.
Jim, thank you so much, and I want to thank each and every one of you. I know how important this is. I've been out there several times, to visit with y'all, and it's amazing, all the screens, go outside windows, and all this stuff. I couldn't do it, but I know y'all are professionals. When I had aging parents, y'all were Johnny on the spot. So I really appreciate what y'all do, and to the public that don't know, these folks are lifesavers. And I will say this, and I don't want to mix it up, but it's better to have them and don't need them than to need them and don't have them. And so whatever we need from this council, or y'all need from this council to make things happen, please let us know. Administrator right there, go with him. If you don't do it, okay. So we really, really appreciate y'all. And Mr. Watson, I want you to take these people out and get them some pizza or something. So, appreciate it.
So first of all, thank you to the County Council. I don't know if you really understand what it means, this proclamation every year. I know it's every year, but it means so much to our people to be recognized and appreciated, and we do thank you for that. You may or may not know, but on a daily average, we'll take in 800 requests a day for assistance, with our dispatchers doing over 1,400 incidents a day. That's the average. So we're quite busy. And these people are working 365 days a year, 24 hours a day, and they work extremely hard for the public. And as a recognition of that, our reaccreditation just demonstrates that. This is our 4th reaccreditation, our 5th overall accreditation from the International Academies of Emergency Dispatch. What that means, and the cornerstone of that, is our QA team. Stacy, she's our team. But the cornerstone really is reviewing those calls and providing feedback so that they know how well they're doing or not. And then the training comes into play to make sure we correct that. What I'd like to recognize is that what you see here is years of experience. While some of them are still working on the floor in the 911 center, a lot of them have advanced into administrative positions, into training, into QA, into others. Just shows that they love what they do. It's not a matter of making money or having fun at what they do. It's not the best job in the world to have every day, but it's rewarding, and it's what they're dedicated to. So again, thank you all very much.
All right, so we did 3A and B together.
Yes, sir.
At this time, our consent agenda, 4A, Hollins Road Drainage Improvement, Utility Relocation.
Move for approval
Second.
for A through F.
Thank you very much. Properly moved and seconded. All those in favor, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposers, nay. The ayes have it. 5, we're going to do these one at a time.
Yes, sir, please do.
5A, US 17 Main Road, probably moved and seconded. All those in favor, let it be known by saying aye. Aye. Opposers, nay. The ayes have it. 5B, Reality.
For approval.
Probably moved and seconded. All those in favor, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposers, nay. The ayes have it. 5C, the procurement
Move for
amendment.
committee recommendation.
Can we read that committee recommendation?
So the recommendation is, committee recommends that council authorize staff to post all contracts on the county's website in a location easily found by the public, and notify county council through an administrator's report to council when a contract authorized by county council has been successfully negotiated and entered into.
Second.
All right, properly moved and seconded. All those in favor, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposers, nay. The ayes have it. 5D, yes, sir.
I've been toiling with this for weeks now. And the other night, I made a motion and I took it back because I wanted to talk to my council members friend over the weekend. And, I have a consensus that we all want to move forward with this, and we all want to be fair in what we do. So I'm going to make a motion to direct the county administrator to execute the animal services contract as currently proposed and reviewed by council with the Charleston Animal Society. I further move that any proposed amendments to or termination to this contract be brought back to council for council recommendation. And lastly, I move that we direct the administrator to execute animal service contract with the same terms and condition with pet helpers.
Second.
Okay?
All right, properly moved and seconded. All those in favor, let it be known by saying aye.
I think
Wanted to say
Okay, Mr. Werman?
Well, I think, I can support this, and, I know a similar issue sort of came up towards the end of the finance meeting. I just want to point out, I think the same terms and conditions clarifies any ambiguity that there would have been sort of a difference. And I do want to also clarify that I was more interested in sort of the scope of what the obligations were. I was not in any way trying to suggest that Pet Helpers doesn't provide high-quality care. So I think any issue there is pretty well taken care of by this motion. Just want to thank you, Mr. Pryor, Mr. Moody, everyone who's helped put this together. So thank you.
And this means equal pay for equal service. Okay, so it won't be, I read your email, and it was more or less heartbreaking, but, to that fact. And I tried to call you back today, but you must have was on your way here.
I was adjusting my back brace for my back fracture
Okay.
last week, so I could be here. And I
So
missed your call.
I'm gonna text you my number, real number, because the county phone I just have sitting on the, till I'm ready to read the email, okay?
You may regret that thing.
No, that's all right, that's all right. I know how to go to sleep, all right? So that's my motion, and I'm glad that we got this resolved so we can move forward in the county now. We've got services on the south side, the services on the north side, so I think our taxpayers will benefit from this greatly. And thank you for all you do. It's been a pleasure.
You need us both.
Yeah.
Mr. Moody?
Pryor summed it up perfectly. Thank you, Mr. Pryor. I appreciate your work on this, and let's get this done.
Ms. Honeycutt?
I did want to say thank you to Pet Helpers again for sending some clarifying information. I was not aware of some of your veterinary services, which did make a difference. And I think as a county, we are truly fortunate to have two really excellent service providers like this that are providing high-quality care at really competitive, as the chairman noted at the last meeting, rates based on what's being done across the state. So thank you both so much for bringing this to fruition.
I also want to extend my thanks to Ms. Carroll out there and all the folks at Pet Helpers. They came and they stood with Charleston County when we were in between contracts, and we were in a great need of their assistance, and they moved heaven and earth to accommodate us. And so I'm proud of what we've done here tonight to give them parity and equal pay. Thank you.
Mr. Sass?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Ms. Linville, thank y'all. Y'all came out when we needed you. You were there to help. You offered, and y'all sure came through. So we sure appreciate it. We're glad for both of y'all to be working on this. Thank y'all very much.
We'll always be there, Mr. Saxon, no matter what. Like the post office, well, like the post usually.
Vice Chair Kabrowski?
I want to thank you for what you've done, but also thank the Charleston Animal Society for all that they've done over the years. So that is also part of our message tonight. That's all.
Mr. Pryor?
Oh, thank you, Mr. Chairman. I don't want to forget too, because you were instrumental in, doing the groundwork on this, and we would talk
on my way driving my grandkids to school and him going to work. And so when I called him up over the weekend again this morning, he was very, sincere in moving us forward. So I really want to appreciate you and tell you I appreciate you for the time and effort that you've done, because sometimes things going unnoticed. But you didn't have to take the call, but you did, because I was going to keep blowing you up until you did. So, because this is very important. And I've worked with Ms. Linville for many, many years with Pet Helpers, and that's, why this was so near and dear. So thank the Animal Society and Pet Helpers.
Mr. Darby? None said. Thank you so much. All right, all those in favor, let it be known by saying aye. Aye. Opposers, nay. The ayes have it. Contract with Republic Services.
Staff recommendation.
Properly moved and seconded. All those in favor, let it be known by saying aye. Aye. Opposers, nay. The ayes have it. 5F, County Attorney Contract.
Chairman?
Yes.
I would ask that we authorize the chairman and Ms. Ham to execute the contract that we discussed in the executive session. And if there's any changes to be made, that should be brought back before anything. And, once the final signature is done, that becomes a public document. And if somebody wants to FOIA and ask for a copy, they can get it. And if a council person wants a copy, they can go in and read it and give it back to the clerk. Okay, so, thank you, Ms. Honeycutt.
All right,
for
properly
seconding.
moved
Like
and
a discussion?
properly moved and seconded. Mr. Kabrowski?
I would just like to point out that as this discussion of this, the United States Attorney General for their entire nation earns $250,000 a year. The Secretary of State and Secretary of Defense of the United States earns $250,000 a year. The Attorney General of South Carolina for our entire state, Alan Wilson, earns $208,000 a year. The Solicitor, Scarlett Wilson, the Chief Prosecutor of 2 entire counties, Charleston and Berkeley, earns $215,000 a year. And I also noted that there's 46 counties in our state, and in none of those 46 counties does the attorney for the county get paid more than the county administrator or supervisor. And I would like to say, as a matter of policy, this should be, I hope in the future we can make it an elected position, just like the treasurer or auditor, because the county attorney acts as a judge of what we do. There's 9 of us elected by the people. And I think it's untoward that the person whose judgment we need for all of our decisions is paid by us, and that's where the income comes. I think it should be set by the legislature so that it's independent of those who sit here. Should not be setting the salary for somebody whose opinion that is we need. I think that sets a wrong policy. Just like the Attorney General of the state, I'd rather have, this is no reflection on whoever holds this position, but I think as a matter of policy, the attorney for our county should be answerable to the people of our county for what he or she does, and not to the members here who pay her. And when I just feel that are we allowed to talk about the amount tonight? Is that part of what the discussion is? The amount, when I, is part of why I ran for county council when I read about the last attorney. And this is, again, not a quality assessment of who's serving now, but it'd be close to $500,000. And I just, when you figure in the benefits, and I just feel that it'd be better to make this like an office that's like the auditor, the treasurer, who gets, I think the sheriff gets $182,000 a year. And there should be a degree of separation between those who affects our policy and who pays that person, and who the amount of money that person is paid should not be dependent on those who seek the opinion of that person. And that are my thoughts on this, and I hope that can be changed at some point to make it an elected position or appointed by the supervisor or administrator, so there's that degree of separation. Thank you.
All those in favor, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposers, nay.
Nay.
All right.
Who was the name?
Did you record the nays?
I did, Mr. Sass and Mr. Kabrowski.
All right. A 5G, amendment to, probably moved and seconded. All those in favor, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposers, nay. The ayes have it. Thank you all so very much. Mr. Boykin.
No comments tonight.
All right. Mr. Werriman.
No comments from me either.
Thank you very much. Mr. Moody.
I have no words.
Mr. Sass.
No comment.
All right. Mr. Darby.
Ditto.
All right. Mr. Pryor.
Let's go home.
All right. Mr. Kabrowski.
Well, the spirit, since with nobody else commented and want to go home, let's just end it then.
All right, Madam Attorney. Mr. Tootin.
Mr. Pryor, I know you want to go home. Take your time. The bridge don't pay till 7:30. Follow that. There was a tense moment last week. I did not handle it well. I regret that that happened in front of here. I wanted to say something in front of the public. Again, was not handled well, and I regret the situation. Thank you, sir.
Ms. Honeycutt?
Nothing for me, sir.
Very well. All right. Madam Clerk, do we normally ask you?
No, sir.
Okay.
I have no words either.
All right. Good night.
All right, see, I'll be home by 7:30.
Not his new house.
They gotta go there. And Windsor Cross. So Windsor Cross.